I'm sure that many of you encountered and gotten destroyed by the Edgelord Supreme, multi-personality, shirtless anime kid himself, Mr. I'ma eat that ass, Kain the Shadow Reaper. Honestly, Kain's amazing. He's somewhat of a tough champ to learn in the beginning, somewhat. When Riot was making Kain, probably some dev who had a severe boner for Naruto got all excited and told everyone, "Step aside, I've got this." I mean, seriously. Just look at the name of all of his abilities. We are Kain can gap close, slow, and walk through freaking walls and get up all inside you like, "Hi, I'm Kain. I'm gonna just slide all up into your DMs." Kain himself, kinda weak. But that's where the Naruto fanboy wanted to cross Dragon Ball Z and have Kain go, "This isn't my final form," and just go Frieza mode with a brand new form. And that's when we start talking about this Naruto DBZ-esque ripoff. It's complete bullshit passive. The Darkened Scythe is Kain's passive. Now be prepared. This is what I'm talking about by complex. Kain has this weapon, right? And when he damages a champion with that weapon, he gets these things that are called orbs. And right, you guys following so far? Okay, good. So, Kain changes into the other forms based on the type of orbs you collect. Alright, collecting these orbs are somewhat easy, for the most part. All you gotta do is damage a champion and you get orbs, am I right? Damaging melee champions give you the red orbs that allow you to turn into Rost, the darken that resides within Kain's Scythe. Ranged champions give you blue orbs that turn you into Kain's true Shadow Assassin form. The one thing I really can't stand about Kain's passive is the fact that you can never tell how many orbs you have, how many more you need, or how close you are to getting your next form. Like, Riot just gave you the big old nay to that one, basically. If you want to turn into Rost, just camp melee lanes. And if you want to turn into Shadow Assassin, camp ranged lanes. Once you have either form, you can head back to base and click on Kain's icon to like the corresponding champion. Rost is on the top and Shadow Assassin is on the bottom. And say if you have Rost, but if you want the Assassin, you can wait about 4 minutes to get the other form up and ready. And same for vice versa if you have the Shadow Assassin and you want to go into Rost. Once you change in either form, Kain's passive changes respectively. Shadow Assassin gives you extra damage for only a few amount of seconds and then resets after you go out of combat and you can get back in, and then it kind of defeats the purpose of being an assassin, so on and so forth. But then Rost heals off of the damage he deals. I think it's like 10 to 20, 40%. It's going to be on screen, I would have shown it already, but yeah. Alright, so Kain's Q is Reaping Slash. Basically, you just dash forward, damaging anyone you go through, and then you spin in a circle at the end of it and you do damage again. If you're Darken, this damage is max HP damage. This is your gap closing ability since you can just dash in and chunk their HP. Next, we have his W, Blade's Reach. This ability is deadly as shit. You deal damage in the line, slowing anyone hit by 60%. And if you're Shadow Assassin, you gain an extra 200 range with this, and you can combo your Q with it. So you go QW at the same time and pretty much destroy the enemy. And in Darken form, you knock the enemy up for about a second. So if you ever go into lane Kain, like you go top or mid, ADC, why not, or support. I mean, you got balls for you to go Kain in the bot lane. It's absolutely awful, but you could do it. You max W first then. Your E is Shadow Step. Short and sweet. You walk through walls, my guy. You can enter a wall, walk through it, get healed from it, and you can stay in the wall for about 5 to 9 seconds. It's kinda counteracted by if you get put into combat, you can only stay in the wall for 1.5 seconds before you get spit right back out. And in Shadow form, it has a little extra perk where you move even faster and you have a slow immunity, which I mean, that's really good. And Kain's ult, oh, I love this freaking ability. The amount of outplay potential that resides with this ability is actually insane. If Kain touches you, oh boy, get ready to spread your cheeks because Kain's gonna slide up in there. He can infest an enemy for about 2 seconds and grant true vision and become untargetable. I mean, you can still take damage from DOTs and Ignite, but that's besides the point. You're untargetable. And Zed's ult too as well. So, and wherever they move, you move with them. So there's no point in trying to flash away from a Kayn when he ults you. The range, it's also somewhat nutty as well. Shadow Assassin gives him an extra 200 range and then resets his passive, so that 3 seconds of extra damage gets reset. So it's you WQ, auto attack, and then you ult, and then you go back in, and then by the time you finish your ult cycle, you should have your WQ up again, then you auto attack them. They should already be dead by then, because you would have Duskblade, yada yada yada. Kayn kills people. And then while Rast deals max HP physical damage like his Q, but he heals for 70% of the damage his ultimate deals, which respectively is really, really good. And sometimes it can be really nutty. You can have 10 HP and you can go back up to 60%, just like it's nothing. So now that you hopefully, air quote, understand what this champion can do, let's get into his runes and masteries. For his runes, I like to go 80 reds, armor yellows, MR blues, and then 80 quints. His masteries are 12, 18, 0, and I take Thunderlords as the main keystone. In jungle, I highly recommend you max Q, while in lane, I recommend maxing W. E, save that for last, because you really don't need to upgrade E at all until after Q and W are max. Yeah, you can go on the walls longer, yeah, you heal for more, but that's not really needed, unless you need to play really, really safe. As a jungling Kayn, please, for the love of God, start Wraiths. You don't know how many times I've seen a Kayn start where the bot lane is. He starts red or he starts blue buff. No, you start Wraiths. You can even go into as far as go into the enemy jungler, steal their Wraiths, steal their red, and then walk out of there unscathed. It's easy as that. You really do not need a leash with Kayn because he has probably the best clear speed in the game and you must abuse it. Like, invading the jungler like that just puts them so behind and it's well worth the risk. Because you just gotta live on the edge, you know? And now for the builds. Alright, so I'm gonna break it down with the Shadow Assassin first and then Rost, because Rost, I go a little bit nutty with him. So if you're jungling, which what you really should be doing with Kayn, is Warrior is an absolute must. Don't go anything else. If anyone says anything is good on him, Warrior. No Runic Echoes, I've seen it, it's trash. Please, Warrior. Followed up with Youmuu's and Duskblade for popping people. Black Cleaver just because it's really good on all assassins nowadays. The CDR is amazing. It puts you, well, puts you over the cap. You should have 50. Yeah, because Warrior, Youmuu's, Duskblade, and then Black Cleaver. But who's really giving a crap about this point? And then last item should be Last Whisper or Guardian Angel. Say if they're too tanky, then it's when you go the Last Whisper route. If they're really squishy but they put a high amount of damage out, then that's when you go with GA. Lane Shadow Assassin, you should add a Depth Dance somewhere in, like over a GA maybe, if need be. Oh yeah, Boots, Merc Treads, Tabbies, or Swifties, always. Alright? Alright. So now Rost. The reason why I wanted Rost to be second is because personally, I built him differently than what you're actually supposed to. I go balls deep with Rost whenever I'm really cocky that game, because most of the time I am fed because Rost is just... oh yeah, Rost. Ooh. But anyway, let's get into the build that you're supposed to go. So, you go Warrior, Black Cleaver, Deadman's, Spirit Visage, Death's Dance, or Boots. Screw Boots. So basically, this is the, I want to be safe because I'm a little bitch Rost build. Personally, I don't ever use that build unless I'm really far behind. But also, Boots, sneak in a Merc Tread, Tabby, or Swifty somewhere in there. You don't really need the Death's Dance because you heal anyway, but it's just for safety precautions, so. Alright, so now my build. So, you know how Rost does max HP damage, right? Now pair that with lethality. So you got Warrior, Duskblade, Youmuu's, Death's Dance, Guardian Angel, and Boots are the same. What makes Duskblade so freaking good on Kayn is the fact that whenever he ults, your Duskblade resets. Duskblade resets. Riot, what are you thinking? Overall, I fucking love Kayn. I think he's a fantastic champion, although my friends hate me for using him against them in custom matches. I'm really sorry, guys. Also, he probably is my favorite champion, or a rather close contender to Gangplank. Yeah, Kayn is kinda brain dead if you're fed, but you can also easily chimp out with him. I mean, easily chimp out. It just takes one invade. I do find his playstyle to be incredibly fun, and I do highly recommend getting him and playing him. But if you're gonna be the kind who just feeds with him, just no. Please no. Just stop and get some help. A Kayn that has no presence has the same value as a Scuttle Crab. You only use him to get vision of the enemies. Anyway guys, that's all for this video, and I really hope you did enjoy the video. Please leave a like as it does show your support, and it really does help me out quite a bit. Subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my other videos as well. Thank you all so much for watching, it does mean a lot, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Peace out.